Today na the 19th day of July 2022. Last week, wetin be overrun social media. Now for say, Freetown, sef, they get 24 hours electricity supply. Well, unfortunately, yes, I use the word unfortunately, some areas them, their own frequent light is short-lived. Some area, then frequent light is short-lived. Yes, people and they will contact me. We say Tripoli. Yes, we don't hear you they talk about this light. Now what low. But we, the lights, after 2 days where we enjoy them, we know they get her again. I say, well, we now at hello, it come and go. I don't know, because the two words where they use now, or the phrase where they use, now uninterrupted in 24 hours. Now then they use uninterrupted in 24 hours. Eya like kisi mes. The lights get problem there. Savage Squad them there for 2 days. Lights no dey. But lights begin come back frequently yesterday to today. You get different areas them we contact we. We say that 24 hours or that frequent one, where you see the lights they go. Like Upper Mount Court yesterday, na blackout then sleep pa. Say this morning. Okay, we understand. Say una be the test and everything. Again, me want for remind una. The power generation, una get 3 car power ship. After the car power ship, una get Bumbuna, then CLSG don't can join. Some of these people, when they contact you, they say, una want talk because we talk just now, then they say na sabotage. This not the problem where, where we, so, I don't know. If lights be the cam, now the lights get issue. If they complain, people then go say na sabotage, na lie they lie. So then they make somebody where they go through something, he don't even want for talker. Why? What's in do? Like me, I don't tell you my own. Who they get. Frequently. Because who be the first water load, days who know they get. You know, see yourself. So now if you can at 10 minutes, where you see go? I let you pull green goat, Sarah. People like, why for use green? Well, I use red back, or I use rainbow color. Sarah, you know they see that lights again. But on a more serious note, we need for yeri people and complain. We need for pay attention. Yes, I understand. Say some man can go beyond and try for do propaganda and what's not. But a big. If somebody tell you say they get, not so because you they get, you for say the person wants sabotage, you want lie. So even with the areas them right now where they complain say they need to get, we get people where they say, well, now when they work na head now that area then they want for sabotage. Before una begin talk that one day, why una still forget say, now the same old cable line them, and the same old transformer them now they use stilo. World Bank be don't give $4 million. Ministry of Energy, how na they do? How far with them projects then they? How far with them projects them? For do the 5 power station them across Waterloo, we forget one. The other side, I no member safe, but Waterloo, you remember. Because we knock out and they too. And when I say we don't talk and say the old power line them, EDSTAR, distribution supply. Distribution supply, what's in the go on? Then old power line them. Now try no. And they come with waiting Sanepo when I in the talk for EDSA. Waiting the talk this morning na Radio Democracy. But from CLSG the inside, I go read few line. Where now they look add up with waiting Sanepo in see. That's what I say. Few line no more. Now go read from the one then day. And EDSA. Wait. Hey. But they are family. Through Radio Democracy. Let we listen, yeah?
We don't get the Transco stroke CLSG line at Bumbuna substation to Freetown. For say we don't complete that process. We mean to say we don't do testing. We don't complete interconnection work, and also we don't energize the line for CAM and Freetown 161.
You know, this is Sanepo. Now in the talk soon. It explained to we everything we don't do, EDSA, and the Ministry of Energy, where they don't do for make this light CAM na Freetown. Pay attention a big, yeah?
So yes, of course, as we speak, the line has been energized and the lights don't reach Freetown, and we serve as EDSA, we don't begin for shape that light, give the people in a Freetown.
So EDSA say the lights will come out CLSG. They don't begin for Shebam na Freetown. We like for you that. Okay.
So now the Transco lights, we Bo and Kenema they enjoy. What they enjoy 24 hours, don't reach Freetown. Freetown self, they enjoy that lights now.
So the Transco lights, where Bo and Kenema they enjoy, it took the 24 hours. It's a Freetown. We safe, they enjoy them. Alright.
When they come to the Bo and Kenema lights, where you see them they get their own energy from this same kind of project here. So they can watch at the success and challenges with the lights don't take care of that. But no watch at first, the one that Freetown don't come Freetown. So Freetown before now understand say we're gonna get 2 power supply. When the one from the ship, the car power ship, and that of the Bombuna. And now that with these CLSG lights don't come into place, how are they able to utilize them to power so at the same time?
Yes, thank you very much. What in this mean? It means to say the authority will now get 3 sources of generation.
Yeah, you generation for generates the power. 3 sources. Sanepo, continue, sir.
We get the car power ship now, we get the Bumbuna, and we can get the CLSG, we can add to the number. We make come to 3. It means to say now this kind of operation now it will reduce on the load shedding. Together will be do load shedding. Sometimes some area will get for 18 hours, it go off, some areas have get.
So it explain you say together, then they do load shedding. So area be there, it get waiting 18 hours,
stuff like that. But now with this interconnection project we don't successfully complete. It means to say would they reduce on that activity now, the load shedding activity. And also would they now able for compensate for any unforeseen drop in megawatts. For instance, what does that mean? Like today will get Bumbuna and car power. So then will come, so then Bumbuna will get problems, more it reduce on in generation. But
There, trade will be get bumbuna and kappa no more. Bumbuna go get small problem. A reduce on in generation. If you for supply 10, sometimes they supply 8. Now that example lady give you.
Now we don't get transco. So if bumbuna will give 40, 50, it will disallow to 40 because of technical problem. Would they will request transco for filling that 10 megawatt cap?
Okay, with regards to what you don't say, so where this notice come out, say we dey get lights now from Cote d'Ivoire, adding to the power supply, all we don't get lights from. Plenty people are Freetown to look forward for CC. We don't come to a new era now, we are in blackout. Nobody happen at Freetown easily. From the time when I switch on this, combining with the balance to now, what's in the electricity supply in Freetown so far in terms of addressing blackout challenge?
For the past 2 weeks, you don't really sense some increase in stability. We mean to say, Friday lights will go in between, but now we get stable and sustainable electricity supply.
No, our Oluyanda Sanepo. Stable, sustainable. I will give few areas them where right now they get issue. So that one we talk about stable and sustainable right now, sir. Yes, una they work towards that, but una not reach there yet. Now, show me while you put them. Maybe na the aim that one day for make we self get a stable and sustainable electricity. You said they get blackout right now. If they hear you talk that one day, they no go gladdy. But how they go?
Within our house, you get lights throughout the weekend.
Oh. So the weekend, then they cater for them. He say you then are host throughout the weekend. But upper Savage Crown, now weekend, they no be get lights, sir. They no be get lights. Now Monday, even 10 and lights candy. The entire weekend, they no be get lights day. Upper Mountain Court. Then a blackout and sleep for yesterday. Okay. Now we go.
Because now people they enjoy uninterrupted electricity supply.
No. Safe. Uninterrupted electricity supply. We not reach the heat. Now the aim. Mr. Self, now that I want. Uninterrupted electricity supply. Now I want, but we not reach the heat. And we know that if we dey use terms them, if we dey use words them, let it go according to the accordance, no? We not go just ibande, then we feel to say we for just get around. So no. Hey, but continue.
But however, we want for many people to know say this not mean to say some areas will get challenged.
Oh. So uninterrupted, but areas then they will go get challenged. Explain to we, sir.
You also know say we they run on transmission and distribution lines, and then infrastructure that and then a road where must carry the pass, must manage the pass, the interface with them. So there are times collision will happen. We are in sometimes motor car will jam pole, and if you jam pole, it distorts the flow of power. That area they will go off.
Okay. So you give example where motor car the bang pole. That need to happen to me. Bokute. We get to a pole in a junction. Now uphill with this small. Then motor car where they can supply building material. As the one for lost control at the pole line and defend. At the pole and defend. Just no say that next day. When me no go sleep per blackout. But we will there up yonder. Most people na blackout and go sleep per. Because me I get standby. So I know sleep a blackout. But most of the team, that pole line them to carry defend. So I don't know if the pole for put chuk para. So that the motorcar then go afraid, the driver then go afraid for go link the motorcar by the pole. Seriously. As then they claim the ill, where something will make them kekle, now the pole and the fence for go link the motorcar. And then they afraid safe. For cut the cable. Eh? What if that cable lay cut? It can't on top of motorcar. Well, something then sabi. Because not to one thing, not to two things, it don't happen. Even while this alone. But you hear like, hey, lights don't go. Wait up, you know, that's go. Now you don't go jam the pole. So that kind of, now it's a nepo they talk about soon. Eh? You see, like, then kind of incident then they. Definitely, the area go get blackout. And whether that kid don't happen, for make EDSA can fix that pole, then they go stores, then go and they go stores, then go and collect money. Yeah? So, okay, we don't call EDSA, we want to something for them. So I was like, okay, not so that they pay them for. Not so that they pay them for. Eh? So why make if motorcar bang pool, they will call them for let them come. Then they can't talk say waiting for give something. The other time, Edsa on Abia at the talk. First of all, una native man. Until una give me 100,000, I not go left on call una so. Eh? You say waiting? Ibo, I buy credit 100,000 with orange money. The units no come, me money na so he left. Now what's allowed? We go ahead and one thing. We go orange money. Orange na IMAT 2. The transport sum how they pay, it don't begin add up. It will reach the 100,000, so I give up. Eh? So now I make a say una that thief man. Until una give me 100,000 back, I know left for call una so. Because una take wetin not belong to una. Eh? The other 10, lightning and tender. So is it the consumer unit? Eh? Yes, the consumer unit. A kick up. Like the main one. So the entire house gets blackout. I say, okay, well, me and okay like quack business. When I call EDSA, make EDSA can check. The man no ka eto, he no ka watch it too. He don't talk amos for gear. He don't talk waiting at the problem. Not knowing to say, now the lightning, I make the consumer units or whatever that you yes, now I make it switch off. So the entire house switch off. Now, me and somebody they talk, and I say, una don't check this. Why go make them check? Nah, be don't switch off. And just switch them on, the entire place lights back. I say, you no can watch it. You don't charge Amos for gear we can. Meanwhile, now they work. That's what they're paying them for. But then go say na salon. Anyway, we dip our uninterrupted power supply. So it explain to we reasons them we will make some areas them not get light. Continue, sir.
Pass we go and rectify them. Something in the area they don't get transformer problem. Even though the light don't come, some area they don't because of the get transformer problem, they still experience power outage. We will try for resolve.
So areas then they will get transformer problem. Sanepo, the ministry, I don't say na EDSA. EDSA. But big, the Ministry of Energy, $4 million from World Bank for the substation. They waiting they go on. Because this excuse, it go last, but for how long? For how long will I go give you this excuse for? Obviously, definitely, it's understandable. The lines them, the transformers them some, them na all one the Queen Awatalu, they not change we today. So now all one we get. Eh? Okay.
Waiting na the rate wey Salon government dey pay for this electricity.
Interesting question. Because lately, EDSA tariff don't go up. EDSA tariff don't go up. Listen, Sane point answer. Waiting government they pay for this until they can take money to we know to so. So waiting then they pay for this new one. Eh? Alexander McQueen say, I seen the comments so the lights don't go. Now uninterrupted, you know they go. That's something. They come back. Eh? When they take away money. But wait, una they pay. Listen to her.
The negotiation we don't go on. We don't sign for like 17 megawatts.
Okay. Negotiation don't go on. The government of Sierra Leone and CLSG Transco then get an agreement of 17 megawatts. Now we sign for. That's now waiting EDSA. The person will talk for them. And then they want make we know. Eh? Continue.
So that the tariff in the and they go try for look at into it. But
not cham and so. We don't count to money now. You want cham the tariff? No. Right now, it's expensive. So if this don't come down and you get for reduce for we, una sabi estin the up na saloon. I mean like you say till we go up, you know the candle. Eh? Now for bring and candle, you want cham the talk. Talk and back ba?
So that the tariff in the and they go try for look at into it. But
no. Then go try for look into them, but waiting. Eh? The tariff waiting. Negotiation be don't go on. 17 megawatts. The tariff won't be don't sign. Eh? Because this supposed for reduce what we they pay. Yeah. You want for what you want add to Dandy?
Make you know see. Yes, the tariff who they don't agree on for Bo and Kenema are the same tariff we they work on.
So the tariff where they agree for Bo and Kenema is saying the same tariff then they work on. When me say what you would they pay na Freetown? It's different for what they pay na Bo and Kenema. Eh? Okay. Eh. I need for Fen that press release back from EDSA. Let us see how they entitle them. Because if you they tell we say the tariff when they pay na Bo and Kenema na dandi una they try for work on. Let me say the tariff for Bo and Kenema. Eh? Talk them back.
The tariff who they don't agree on for Bo and Kenema are the same tariff we they work on. But as I tell you, we will therefore discuss that further.
Further when? No, they are further when. Because if for Kandong, Mona Sefuna no do we so. Now I not so no more tintranga for. Now we all tintranga for. Eh? Yes, Energy Minister. I see you put your hand on his jaw. The other time, you lay down at the table. You dey watch. Yet in there. Now you put your hand on his jaw, you dey watch. Now the tariff I dey talk about. I see you watch me. The tariff. Eh? Ha! No. Una try. Una show na get for discuss and further. But they big. Una try. On a try like wait, what is civil society them ba? Because now they work this so. What is civil society we responsible for energy? Not to them for they speak up for we. But on est des poulans. On est des poulans, no. Not at all. Okay. Let we go.
Before now, explanation will be come from engineers then with regards to this light in Kawana that the light they come from Ivory Coast, Cancer, Liberia, Salon, and go inside Guinea. And by that time, they didn't see about 3 substations in a Salon complete. They only wait for Liberia for complete before we will get the power from Ivory Coast.
Now, I will tell you, say, if Liberia not complete, no, we're going to Salon. So, Liberia substation not complete. Now, we couldn't get like, but again, not just for complete substation, for who for make you get light. You do complete substation, but you also get for run the transmission lines from the substation to the town where you want to let the lights go. We don't complete big combo, but we don't get light it because.
Kono, we not get light it, eh? We not worry. The lights they come, yeah? Okay.
Because we run the transmission line now.
So transmission line they run for una kono. Una self go begin enjoy and gist now. Una be a wee small no more, yeah?
So until we complete that transmission line from big combo substation inside right down to Kwedu Township before then get connected. Since the president go commission the light Nabo and Kenema, he bring relief to the residents of Bo and Kenema. You know, before the president go commission like the plenty complaint when they come in. Bo and Kenema, somebody complain, say they no be expecting, they no get light. But if they get light, just that they get 24-hour light. Because at 2 time I plan if they get light. But as I say, since the president go commission, they go switch on the Tiloma substation. Now Bo and Kenema they get stable and sustainable power supply.
Bo and Kenema, on a own stable and sustainable power supply. Now the same like Queen of Freetown. On a own different. Eh? On a own different. Because we own sustainable and uninterrupted na Freetown, who they get blackout to. We don't know for una.
In all the Tapianda, we also reconstruct the Bo Kenema network distribution line.
So, in order for Tapianda, but in Kenema, I get for enjoy. Una they get distribution line. Okay.
We get them brand new line.
Una they get brand new line. The distribution line. Sanepo. Una be don't tell we say we self na Freetown get forget to. Eh? What are they remind una back $4 million World Bank don't give? Ebe una try for we. Eh?
Line. We don't install now brand new meters, brand new cables.
Eh? Bo en Kenema brand new meter, brand new cable. Una dey enjoy oh.
Brand new poles, brand new transformers, brand new substations. Everything is going to be new in
Everything will be new for una.
those areas. And even McKinney also will enjoy uninterrupted power supply.
Hey, McKinney. Una self get for enjoy uninterrupted power supply. That's good.
Mabuka said they enjoy uninterrupted power supply.
Mabuka self go enjoy. Okay. One for tell Sanepo thank you. We na ina the talk man for EDSA. But na through radio democracy. Na dem here you able for hear this. We tell them thank you. What it starts them? Una not just the listen, una forget to. Eh? Una not just listen and forget for him the stars. Okay. When Sanepo be the talk, he say then sign an agreement with Transco for 17 megawatts. Okay. Transco CLSG, they supply electricity to Freetown from an injection point in Bumbuna, where they about 260 kilometers away from the capital, Freetown, where it on the import lights up to a peak of 50 megawatts. This is not Transco the website, and that they get for you so. Listen back. Has been importing up to a peak of 50 megawatts. Sanepo tell you say 17. Now Indian sign for. Transco website say Freetown done the import up to 50. Alright. Up to 50 megawatts from the CLSG network. According to Eric, we are the engineering coordinator of Transco CLSG. Udoyegi. It's a 17. Transco say Freetown on the import up to 50. So, but na 17, una agree for? Okay. Udoyegi. No go on palava gist doye. Now, na sabi the agreement una will to do. Na Transco website then say una the import up to 50. Una say na 17. Alright. We all word. Tina so una say. Well, I know the. But me, I just bring them to fumble and notice. Say na so they say, just in case, down the road, we begin yeri Burmani. Between them. Then they say na so, then they say not to so. Alright. Who sit down? What's the lights come? Okay. God help us. And a saloon. No, so. But dear, uninterrupted. That's what we want. Sustainability. 9 we want. Make a come with Alpha. Make we hear waiting and get for we. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A. I want to say big good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on the time we listen this program. I also want to say big thank you to we supporters, the one that way they send the stars. You know, then they help you for like able for at least reach you the goal of your stars. I get few points then for make Triple A. The first point or the first problem we may get with Sierra Leone, more especially politicians, you know, now the kind of description when they get to project them. You know, I just want to start with this building where the president opened for a big college. You know, when I watch some Yusuf Keketoma in post on Facebook, it says state of the art building. You know, when you look at the meaning of state of the art, the kind of description that they give, sometimes you know they even match the standard to the description. So that give me a clear picture of what EDSA did say. When they give the light, you know, sometimes that could be the long-term goal, you know, but at this moment, like what they say, we not reach that point state for get uninterrupted electricity. It's not possible in Sierra Leone right now. Because talking about all the challenges the way they, that tells you we'll never get uninterrupted electricity at this point until we don't do more of refurnishing or republishing the lines them. You know, some lines will then pass underground. There will be maybe they'll get the need for change the system. When they don't achieve all the one, and they will begin to talk about sustainable light or begin to talk about uninterrupted light. But at this point, we really get for being honest to ourselves and we really get for go with the talk. At least something I can be a long-term goal or a medium-term goal for the government or whosoever in charge of that ministry. And this make me tell me one thing at this program. I say, if President BO be ready for work, any minister or any ministry will not perform, will not submit a project proposal for a ministry or a department, that person dey for Saka. Because the way you get a proposal, a project proposal where you work on, you get a timeline. So like an NTI when they talk now, a timeline and they give, we say, well, from this time to this time, we want to forget this kind light. That's when we know say that they work on them, but we not just get NEPO say 17 megawatts. We not just get 17 megawatts added to Sierra Leone light. Then we begin talk so we don't get uninterrupted light. We don't get sustainable light. The thing when they fail for realize more people they connect, and some lines in the way are very very bad lines that we don't see in the country. So unless they work on all their one and then we can start to talk about sustainable uninterrupted light. You don't keep us in light 2 days, then light go 3 days, or light go 1 day. It's an uninterrupted light. When you look at the word uninterrupted, it means the lights not go off at all. Regardless, maybe for natural disaster, like say send and crack into the day, or even if they come back. So they take like way that you like 2 days, so they take maybe next 7 hours lights study, then they send her back. You see that
Alpha, the line not clear. I'll call you back now, yeah? I'll call you right back. The line they misbehave. I would get Alpha back because the line now look and work with we. Let us see. Yeah, let us see this one now. Continue.
Yeah, I don't now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll move from the location.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, I don't better now?
Yeah, continue.
All right, like I say, most times we project them way like the government can undertake. We're not going to reach the end goal that we don't get all the descriptions that we then they look for. Like I say, this could be a long-term goal for me to get sustainable lights, for me to get lights with an uninterrupted one. But at this point, we not reach that peak at all. Another thing will pick me mind whilst I listen to the presentation. It talk about the cost of the lights. Remember at AAA, I make mention of that. The last time where we get this EDSA topic, then talk say they get 3 sets of or 3 form of electricity generation. Remember, I talk say which one is cost effective for the country. At this point, light's expensive. But see the revelation when NEPO bring here. They say that they try or then they discuss for harmonize the light billing system. But that shows say both and Kenema gets different tariff rates compared to the city. So based on that kind of information, they will leak out alone. Now injustice to the people within a Freetown. Why I say so now injustice? You want to tell me say Bo and Kenema are special people then they forget special rates? It's not done. They are all Sierra Leoneans. So why you forgive preference to Bo and Kenema with maybe low rates, and then we can at the city gets high rates light. Somebody will tell me say that because of the demand of the light or whatever. That's not true. If you want to treat everybody, treat them all the same because we are all Sierra Leoneans. So I think if I may be journalists, I probably don't poke NEPO more on that particular cost day. But they just let Ali escape that particular cost the way they talk about. Another thing again, where they say AAA, this is not a very big question. Where I believe say maybe more comments will come on that. This lights what they boast for, not so we get them. Now Ivory Coast they come out. We get we own when the Bumbuna. Waiting at the government in strategy or waiting the government don't put in place for ensure saying we get phase 2 of Bumbuna. Let we start begin think for export light or for sell light the other country then. Not only we begin both say we don't get uninterrupted light when other person in country be. Not assume say there's a conflict in Ivory Coast. Then there is all tendency with that line they be cut off. So all the description we don't get challenge of them. So let the government think of how for generate we own lights, any possible we able for sell we own lights. That could be a very, very good thing. No, the time when they made a campaign, they say Bumbuna not get lights, you need to supply lights. But now it's a clear confirmation, say Bumbuna they give lights. So why can't they develop proposal or projects, sell that idea to World Bank? So we want for develop phase 2 of Bumbuna. So at least we self able forget we own light sustainable one as Sierra Leone, other than depending on other country. There's unforeseen things that we will come up with. That light if now we depend for 100%, we can able for loss and safe. So for me, it's a clear and call for EDSA for try for develop proposal for phase 2 of Bumbuna so that at least we will able forget we own lights we will able for sell out. The last point I was saying that the World Bank project for construct substations. They just make mention of that, but they not give you the time frame. Again, every time when they do project gets a time frame, a timeline. Who stand in the begin them put their substation and I could remember they said they will give 1 hour talo. So who stand in the beginning one and who stand in the beginning projects, if they don't begin them, who stay they don't. Now that's the we need for the acts now because then they not to say they get for go solicit money, the money already did. But at least they're for able for give it time with them able for done that kind of project then do. So other areas in the city and other part in the country able for get light. I think that mean take Tripoli.
Thank you very much, Alpha. One for say thanks to Alpha for your own contribution today. Now worry you. If you self get something for add to this one, soon we go open the phone line, we self go come inside. If you just join we talk about the 24-hour electricity or the uninterrupted electricity or which one? We Freetown they enjoy right now. Well, not all sign of Freetown. Some areas na Freetown they enjoy right now. Gassama Street na Calabar Town don't let complain na ya. Gassama Street na Calabar Town say for the past 2 months they no get light. For the past 2 months, Gassama Street no get light. EDSA, Gassama Street, Calabar Town, 2 months without light. They say the transformer, they remove them in 30 days, they no get light. I'm about to kick up, thank you for the stars. EDSA, waiting they go on. Well, don't forget to fumble in a Gassama Street too. They are the big. EDSA would again, There. That. So Gassama Street, una they watch other area they get light. Well, la one day na in bad today. When you dip and blackout, you dey watch across. Other man they get light. La one day bad though. Oh, they come up, you know too be they do them thing then they. If bad lights, I like na bad lights to bad lights, who they call NP, who say bad lights, they pull the spark. All the man they get blackout. Alright. Make a come with Tony. Make we waiting and get for you. Welcome on board, Tony. You get the platform.
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me. Kushen Cabo Fambulem. I think Alpha just touched on waiting me actually the plane on my mind where I'm going for talk about now Bumbuna phase 2. Because Bumbuna na a lost opportunity for me right now because waiting Ivory Coast do so I think say that was the original plan of Bumbuna where the excesses of Bumbuna will go able for export them out to other neighboring countries where go bring more revenue for the government. But as it is right now, Ivory Coast they ahead of of we, and then they already don't actualize. I feel say we for begin think outside the box how we go able to make Bumbona to make it become more operational. Operational will make it more important for probably the other areas where no this lights no go. You understand, especially that area that north and the way the lights come off from. If Bumbuna 2 begin function well, probably even McKinney go benefit a lot. And other towns that we they probably take go corner self go able for benefits much more on Bumbuna 2. Make we not just because I know we Sierra Leone we culture. Once we don't get something where we know say we enjoy the facility now, we care less about waiting will be the outcome tomorrow. Because this was the problem where this government come into power, right? Let's assume say we normally get the ship in our water. There was no plan, nothing, not me there. You understand? If that ship is not me there, let's say arrangements not be made already. Freetown for done the suffer acute blackouts, where for don't really serious, And the government therefore look in that vein there, and I feel say they look into that vein and make themselves they treat this power issue now with priority. This should have been from day one, But they can say better late than never, But Bumbuna 2, the need for actualize them. Make we begin think outside the box and see how best we can able for finish them. You understand? Because if we do them, just the way Alpha mentioned, let's say there is an issue tomorrow, probably in terms of pricing. No, say probably say war or any situation where probably pricing. Because mind you, they they run this thing for make money. And at the end of the day, if the price become exorbitant, people can't afford. You understand? Because you therefore look, even though it's available, you therefore look at the affordability. Can people willing to pay where will affect them? When you compare, say, if I compare the price, me running a generator and government, like which one way more cheaper? So if it become more affordable using a generator, I will use generator. But let's say in case there's a problem with pricing tomorrow, problem something unforeseen circumstances occurred. You understand? If finally we get Leone right now, this will give you an opportunity for make we begin put more pressure on Bumbuna. Let we see Bumbuna complete. Because Bumbuna complete, probably can phase it out. Because Bumbuna would definitely be more cheaper when you compare to the price where Ivory Coast, the power they ask for. You understand? Because mind you, it's not only Sierra Leone we connect to that grid. Now, Liberia self don't see the thing like say, oh, this is, this is like, this thing is fruitful because Sierra Leone the boast of lights now them both can in my area. Law we self not left behind because Liberia not be put in the initial stage they were in, but the effectiveness was not there. There was kind of lapses, So probably when Liberia come in, it will reach time that they're not going to forget that kind of capacity where the demand, they're not going to meet the demand. You understand? If they're not able to provide, and definitely we begin to see blackouts, So now the opportunity time where we say for begin plan ahead and we get a plan B and make Bumbuna actualize. Because if we actualize, definitely it's a revenue. Me, I can always look at the aspects where government they get revenue. Because if government they get revenue, there'll be development. Beaucoup pressure where they on beaucoup in the taxes on companies them it go lessen because mind you if areas in the way government they get more money. Let's say for example they try for grow the market, try for get more subscriber base. People that need more light because there is light. You must get you get more people that way one new customers then. And more customer coming in, it's more revenue. So that's my main take. I not just want to do the show, but I feel say they need to start thinking about Bumbuna now, make it become actualized. Bumbuna 2. Then it puts more pressure on it because that's our own business. That's now we own. Probably self go begin exports to certain parts of Guinea where not get lights. That's something.
All right, thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome, Abraham.
Yeah. Welcome on board, friend. You get a platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tukule, for giving me the platform. And thanks to all the source of information we will get and bring to we, and thanks to all the listeners. Regarding this light, say the stage where they reach now, they don't come off far. Because this now electricity we don't go arrange for, we come all the way from Ivory Coast. We know say na steam electricity, as I say. It's not just steam electricity, then they try for sell so to we. But we see them we don't go last year. Last year, then we don't go make an arrangements, November. But now for both in Kenema with Julie and so on. So that the transmission go reach there. But the good thing we can happen in between this process, Ivory Coast been get for add up another 180 megawatts to this Azito plant what I be tell you about. And this Zito plant, I will just highlight there inside the gas they come up. We say electricity, make we know say na gas, na then they use a fired power generation capacity, what then they use for getting grid. And this gas and they get them from underground and steam and so on. So, but in the store them now, you don't boku and you don't reach the point where then they able for sell them based on the demand and the exports. So then we don't make them, they don't repair them, they don't capacitate them from the megawatts to them get initially we have been just around, it been just been there below 70 or 80. So then we don't put them up now to this recent one to a total of 180 megawatts. So this 180 megawatts, they don't find out so they get extra because they may get 640 megawatts, then add up to the 460 megawatts we they get previously. So you know that we don't make about a 25% of Ivory Coast installed power generation capacity we then sell GUI. So when they send this, you know, see na boku megawatts. So you don't see the amount would then they sell out. So if you then get for sell out, you know, see they're not going to sell out 17. So that's how they me say one for support that side. And then they sell some, and then they also sell some, you know, see the agreements, and they sell some also to Guinea. And they sell some to Liberia because Liberia the last sign. But the agreement will be not go make, they be not go make this power purchase agreement, one of this PPA. And then they assign another agreement, one of the transmission service agreements. So all the agreement they are beyond day. But the transmission, I think, believes in that the work will be between the government and Salon and them when that line will be they wait for it to come. But making it a bit further fast from there, we don't see how they don't do all this arrangement. Now you don't come for the transmission and the delivery and distributor and the target a day. But now we always see there is always sometimes a transparency in communication timeline of how events then they go. They can always bring gaps then when they left, where they bring up a kind of a misunderstanding or sometimes a doubt. Sometimes it can even bring a loss to the consumer. So it all depends on waiting then put down for let them go able for help, let this thing go able for prosper. Because most of them go make the arrangements there, then we don't make arrangements where they go take action for customer in need, then go take cost for lead and we able for target distribution and utilities, then we don't get the one way that they try to avoid a loss, a technical loss, and then get a non-technical loss. And the technical loss, then try to show the areas and what technicality will get for cause a loss in terms of your distribution line and how we are able for keep this electricity for come off from that distance that they reach that the site we want them. They get forget a force, you get forget different methods, but we don't see the line will be done there when the so-called hydroelectricity we don't get and we don't actually reinforce that line there. If we only get a distribution of the megawatts will be the past day. So now then they use them for carry a bigger load, we'll be able for come so that they will get the power of the hydro and then the power of that one way they come off from Ivory Coast through this gas. But me, the question why they try for us today, now that particular implementation we then do for the environment, where in the line already come on that bumbuna, how it go interface, connect for camp, where na electricity we generate from hydro, inside that same connectivity there, I don't know if they drop a line or then they make them adjacent, side by side. Because they generate the electricity then at the same end product actually. Because when I come also, all the therefore do, I will just call the name, they call electrons. Now, small thing is really move from one end to the other end. They get positive and so on. So, but the point here is, then why then they flow at the same network or then they flow side by side, or the hydro go stop and then that one they go flow come. Or now bunkering, then they do, I don't know. And the one way I call about bunkering, that now the one way it be say, in case of that is a shoot off from where you say the thing cut off or go off the hydro, and then straight away the one way that with the common Ivory Coast, it goes straight away, just shoot up and come over. But I don't believe in anything go do that, because if they do one them today, now a place where a circular place, industry or building, that they will get a system then they. So that one day I don't know if anything they do, but the point here where they get difficulties distribution and the connectivity and the meters and so-called plants that they put in between when the transformer for put them up and let it go lessen down, we can always say. So but we not see the copper line the way we don't did in our old type line them, because they always say that they don't get a lot of layers in our way you talk like we don't dip on the same pot, you know, they clean them. So now in don't then wire in there, they know they transmit well. But the one where the hydro line, you go look new. But the one where they come between now from that area for distributor and from that main line there, for let you go the point where they between the transformer there, now they will feel say they still get a challenge. So that challenge they now don't know how they deal with them. What they try to tell we, because here they comes now, where then they tell we about the process and finishing, but rather than they tell we say now, will they get expectations and will they get the target where they don't reach? But how will the target that they reach them, for not be able to know say they don't reach them. But now then they tell me like a finished product rather than a work in progress. But when a work in progress, and then working is different. You see, so then they tell me one thing, say, oh, well, like I said, the thing don't reach now for just polish. But this now gradually, then for until we say, this now the stage we don't reach. Because one point, the gradually will say, well, they can try to connect them. But all of a sudden, we don't hear it now. From there, as once they don't connect them, it will come na the city. Then you for tell about the technicality. Now they didn't sign all this agreement about transmission service and everything for go inside it. But if the transmission service, you know, they will not know how it did, so it go able to reach the people then the question lies say the people who get forget this and go there at the stage where they still get an environmental issue and then they sign down one day for protect the people their life and other things regarding electricity use. Because all electricity they come, you know, we just send them so because old type wire go the road and it go cause certain things there for explode. And I cannot say that it don't damage some few transformer then within a Freetown will be done damage. We don't catch fire. I think one or two. Decide the way you talk so now the transformer then burn. But the not when they burn will be ready say the thief then or the cut wire. But now when you see transformer that don't burn. So I don't know if this is the now it don't cause this. Because you always get, they always say, what the power they can, you can forget something what the lesson now. What it mean they we don't store there. If the one way they can release back, during that process, it cause damage if the thing not get resistant. For let it go resist that electricity there. So that problem of technicality now you then get that finish a point where they talk how you come up from that cable and go on a post you safely when you get problem. This is the challenge we then go at the list then get for look into. And then looking at the area now we then talk about pricing. Then go for no say this thing how they got the produce so then it cost quite a few amount of $1 million. But again, they said on they really get investment and then they get productivity partner. So I don't know the bargain, even being bargain where it will be a sustainable and affordable. Because when you look at WAP, because now West African Power Pool, that they bring up all this, when they join together with this particular transport, when they got the board now with another group again wouldn't call it. But the point here is them things that they do for sustainable thing what people are able to forget based on whatever, because World Bank been go tip them part of this, and based on the area where they talk about sustainable electricity and affordable one, and it will be green. And this is one of the green one we they don't produce. So why we not go make the bargain wherein we were able to make them sustainable, like how themselves in Ivory Coast do for their own people and put money wherein the money go there, where the people are the one who less privileged, then we're able to afford them. I can understand say it is difficult in this bossing economy now because of the way the economy is done. But people then can able now this now the point where then the term when they call that term of austerity. That in other words, this is another area where you give the dispensation, you give the treatment. This is like a sickness where the sickness where they treat here is putting what is called austerity plans. You know, we say the money don't go trade where you gonna say this is not go produce quick, make a put down towards this electricity. The people people who know you get them, above them, then I try for put more implements. So, but you look at all this, how them able for challenge them, it comes down to whether able for put positive and constructive, mobilize, and able for put terms and get that compassionate. You know, when they get forget compassionate collaboration, then get forget sorry heart, they all work together. People and get for know then your duty and understand waiting that then your involvement in any sport you will be under, you do your job. You want to go sign this, you do your job. So all this get for day. Because when you look at the price we get for day na Kenema and Bo, actually in terms of technicality, now Bo and Kenema for cheap. That side is clear because now day it come where you know they use more energy for move from day. Just like when you drive a distance. So that's why they will understand. But not there, then they come for put the subsidy. So people will be able to afford alongside where they come. So those all are areas where you think of austerity plans are going to be used. Not mean say not tranganess, but it all comes down to how they will increase a sense of urgency for letting go able to develop this light will useful for the country and help let investment will come. Thank you very much. But I only hope say they deal with and they do so because this don't take for how many years. If you don't be fragile, it will not be strong for we. You not been the work, the plans, the all what they don't bring, they not been the work for sustain. Now just half. We not say you don't take, but we always we pray. Let us day we will say I will help you now. Not to because say well they were been there, they not be helpful now. So we if we not will help you now, we not blame we. But if we not tell we still not will help, then we help. Let people then try to help with compassion and people are working constructively, mobilize things and let we progress. Thank you very much. Let's go help the leaders, give them wisdom and understanding. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah, you're welcome. God bless you.
Yeah. Okay. Mustafa Kane, thank you for the stars. Soldier for Righteousness, thank you for them stars. Usana Tutuye say, definitely plan B necessary. Fatima Tabangua say, okay, well, they talk about the light. All right, that's fine. But when I wait to, what's in the apple with street light? It's very important to, in person areas them, you see 2 street lights on the floor. We're completely they out. Whose time we go get street light? The one where they pay toll for, they not even get a light. They not get a light. That's what they pay toll for. By Maro say, he say, Bumbuna King able to supply the entire country. Now they will know, you know, it is supply left. It is supply left. It is supply am left. But now not just can't all CLSG, then we can't forget about we own Bumbuna. Because trust me, if na Bumbuna all our investments we don't go inside council, yes, even where other side then go they complain say electricity they go up. I don't believe say we own for don't rapidly go up like I don't go up so. For light fan na salon na luxury. Na luxury. For light I not count fridge freezer. Hey AC well finally. I say me the tell I go find out better one. As I reach the head, sir, I say I go complain because look how much are they born. Now look how they look me, they say you dey use AC na use. You dey use AC, you get freezer. Well, brah, na I make you the born so. Hey, and as we speak now, fan na luxury in a salon. For put her on. Na luxury in a salon. Francis say he say we need for invest more in solar energy. But we not say like EU, DFID, even Japan, they get small solar grid them more than they do across the country, you know so. We know that most of them small tongue the way they go. Now solar then they use. Me I just want to know more waiting in the pay. The next small town we explore with three people let it go. Oh no, say then they use solar. I want for no. Would they ask them? I don't open the phone line. If you want for add per which we don't say so, or you think say we don't do well, then we go left here in the next 5 minutes. But if you want for add, now the numbers there were 23278 990 991. 23278 990 991. Then a WhatsApp if you want for call WhatsApp. Or you can call direct United States or United Kingdom. United States na 1646-610-3107. United Kingdom na 44-739-803-0402. Look na the screen, look na the green section, the numbers then they scroll it. If na YouTube you dey watch, no call ya because not a live program you dey watch. Una how they ask na YouTube say una want for take part na the live program. Una dey read the screen. If you read the screen, you go able to see say the blue side. But again, we Salomon not read. The blue section, but this green, white, and blue. You go see all the way to right there. Okay. But for you either listen to the live program through the Android app or we website or we Facebook page. Facebook page, Sierra Network Salon. Now you can look for. Like, follow. So whenever we go live, you go get notification. If you go now the Android App Store, search for SN Radio. We update it, download them. Then you go able for the know whenever we come live. Or you go on our website snradio.net. snradio.net. Check the radio section there. Alright. Look how this caller. Yes, Francis, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, my brother, how do you do? But Una, thank you so much. The question I want to ask about Bumuna phase 2 is this. If phase 1 not able to supply with during the dries, what are the possibilities if phase 2 we able to do that?
But I say phase 2 supposed to be for the dries. Because I have the phase 2.
No, my brother, I don't go to Bumuna. I don't go see under where the place they dry during the dry season. So I'll be defending water where you get for be different from that same water. Where you get for do the phase 2. It's the question when me they ask me then show me. Because the first one we then do now a failed project, they not be the feel see the water, the climate change or whatever go take place, we go result into a dry lights no go day. So nothing go be any money we don't go inside that thing a plenty from in those days we know we they not born with it. Then they can't talk about phase 2. Who's the water they day really? Let me want to know if any guarantee good day during the dries, may them go really video the water during the dry season. For assure we say if they put them kind of investments in the under they go able to sustain because mind you, we already get Bumuna where they run during the rainy season. We problem now for Kita for the dry season. So if they go do phase 2, now that assurance no more me once. If water go day during the dry season, make them sure we will be how this is going to be possible. What's happening to try for top? Now na solar. Now all day all over Africa will not short of light, sunlight. Then get phase 2 money there. If they really invest that, but inside America, say for the Syrian solar family, if they invest then kind capital in the inside solar energy, they do the family. My brother, it's going to last. It's going to last. Be it dry, be it rain, lights will get food. It will supply with. So now that's some of me the advice. If they go to Bumuna phase 2, the other phase 2, it is the right thing. It is a good thing, but That is a critical question. Me don't go there. Where I be working at area I don't go there. I go there as a talk because not to Muna. The turn I go well, where I don't for work. I say, my go work at this Muna. Let's be dry. The water be dry in a dry season. So now that may they address that first before then they go begin put other money. If not, so then they scrap program then may they not even they think about people in the answer no all no phase two. What are they and then one day where they give them money and a business thing they do, World Bank. Now business thing they do. Some of them they don't want to know if the viability of the project, like when they don't do the phase one so. Then they don't kick bites no more. And they want they don't collect and don't go. They left the debt due now. So now the thing and they will get for be very careful about. That solar thing they work in them village then they. Why it not go work in Freetown? Now small number get then at them village then they. Where they work for them during the drives. Even the rainy season itself then they get because I get a day now in my village. Even the dry the rainy season, no matter what, then they get small lights every day. Not to talk about the dry season. So why really the government not go sit down? They look at their solar farm them. I don't want to take too much time. Other people then go and contribute. Thank you so much, my brother.
All right, thank you very much, Francis.
You're welcome.
Yeah. If you call we, now you will you return the call back here? If you call we, no worry, will you return your call back? Because I don't think so we'll get for Taya today. Yes, Safi, you get 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you. I just try to answer the question where my brother asked about the water. Sierra Leone, if we talk about shutting off water in particular place, which means we are not ready yet. If you see the history of Libya, who said and go boss for bring water na the city, how many thousands of miles where then go set the pipe then for bring the water na the city. So if we really get plan for make we get we own lights or we own not something what would the program now something what would they research for now something what would they plan for 5 years, 10 years or 20 years to figure out who say water get for pass for can supply at that place, wouldn't the pass pipe for supply at that place the 24 hours. I don't know Bungun, I don't know who say I not sabi the place, but then go must get a see where then go able connect them pipe then they for supply water at that place if you ready for do your own thing. The thing where they come is very, very important for get lights. Them people they don't do well. They work hard for make they try for bring light, all this stuff. They don't do well. But like what Miss Alpha say. Plan B is very important. Where go borrow clothes from somebody for me he can't do party. You don't know when that person they go need that clothes they or you don't know how he manage buy that clothes the way he go borrow. If he need them, whatever he want go pay your own business, he just get for return because na borrow he go borrow from someone or the person they see if they don't go take this light from Africa, they don't see now oh salon they boom and this light and they enjoy. You never know they change them and like oh now we give them life now we they cut down they know no one knows tomorrow now you make plan B for that munguna is really important for let people then go they begin they think about that how they go figure out if the water the dry self we say for go connect pipe where they supply water na that place they we get the sea surround the whole country. So if you talk down there, me brother, I think say down there go be good for make we go defend a place who say they supply that place for keep a stick behind your door because no one knows tomorrow. Now contribution today. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Safi.
You're welcome.
You don't call we know you, yeah? Or they return your call. Eh? Yes, Omar from Minneapolis.
Yes, sir.
You get 3 minutes,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. I think say what I think is only for just like we all ask for stuff. We have to diversify the power stuff that happens too. Me, I don't know. This money when they spend all you get me? Eh? Yes. This money all when they spend so para ship na water. This that we need forget we don't will. Or they come on, Ivory Coast for camp. Are the same problem no more. Then people and they go vex tomorrow or something for another country. Now we don't start from electricity so. The best thing in that place, most places are now this solar they go expensive, but now long term investment than it. You understand it? Some villages that are that place today, then they enjoy that 24-hour light rate they talk about. So these are solar panels they don't do. What they do, then they just add pan the panel there. They start small and then begin add pan the panels there. For like we able you sustain the places. Now that they need for invest on that place. Look at sunlight. So much. No problem, no the pan. Rain season, dry season, you get them plenty. Of course, instead of getting your drawbacks them because then cells the way make so how for read them. That problem. Nobody know how to read them quite. Even I SSF now that's not the problem for them. But where that time they come we will find way for read them. You know? But I think that the best we need for diversify. If not Gunguna said they do yanda, it still need for alternative energy yanda that place there, like this the sunshine. We get them plenty. So I think that that way they will go. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Omar.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Will they call you if you don't call?
Hello?
Yes, I think I missed you yesterday. Eh?
Also yesterday, for the past 3 days, sir. I
Saw you.
I say maybe AAA don't block me back.
No, not at all. You get the
I
platform.
don't have AAA in bad books there, so it don't block me now.
Not at all, man.
Okay, so because of that now you go give me extra time because you cannot contribute for 3 consecutive days. Anyway, I say for the lights, just like what Tony talk, I really glad for the lights. But the only thing, Salo with 2 left bluff there we government there. They say don't count your chickens before they are hatched. The lights not start itself, they don't begin say 24 hours. And this not really season. We not even know where dry season get for waiting get for happen. Then say we don't talk say trading and they generate electricity, but not to all the house then get the appropriate wiring. We all know that. Some hosts they say na Freetown, not to even house. People they just they take cardboard, knock and take pan body knock and put light, draw and connect them to 10 people there. So then 2 leg bluff, where they do something, wait till it don't materialize before you begin brag. But anyway, as a Sierra Leonean, I'm really happy for the lights we don't come. And I'm glad if now within our salon, I've been done the suffer. But something you get the proper wiring, I make you they get on because I see some people in the grumble still say they get problem with the lights issue then. Now free Tony. But anyway, now small room was not built in a day. Also again about the ferry. Triple like the time where the Turkish they been can it can't like I've been hearing say the president the last day we go there, if my memory can serve me well. I think I've been hearing the talk say the Turkish then get intention whether bridge not right, then get intention for help with some type. I don't know whether I've been ferry or train where they will make sure say they will connect time with the flight. So me hopeful for say they go more because the way that ferry they more than safe. Some say possible send her for the flight then bring her and some say after they go make the airports. So they don't even bring plane because then Turkeys then they get plane. Just like now we not even get plane when they go London. So we hopeful. This week actually we don't get I don't see Wakubaku good thing the way they can. But like you say, we they still ask them for more now the Watana we want. Thank you so much, Tripoli.
Thank you very much, Colin. Yeah. Okay. I think you left one more person after this. Self go rest. Ed, sir. How na they do? Yes, Umar, you get 3 minutes, sir. Yes, sir. You did live.
Oh, okay. What did you get? 115/73. Thank you very much. Triple A, what's up?
Yes, sir.
Me now one of the people where they always say, me and they settle for less. That mediocrity lifestyle where Africans see again and that will fall back. Hey, we don't give you small thing for appreciate. No. And they say Chroma and Cabal them. I not appreciate anything we do because they not do complete. The road they not complete them. The car ship will not be needed. Therefore, give we complete, sustainable, uninterrupted light. So nothing they want to give them praise back. Same thing with them. Where me they praise them. I like the light because now they know the amount of mosquito that we eat me in Freetown last month. So if they say light there now, fine. But the word uninterrupted, sustainable, don't move on far. Me they bite you say, you need to reach 1 year, blackout they come back. Because that ship they will not need them. Enough for the tilapia themselves. It they pollute the air. Now make every picking where them born as salon till they get bronchitis because of the smoke where that ship they put. That ship they unhealthy. It's not supposed for the day. This Bumbuna business within the talk, but how long they don't they talk about Bumbuna? Just like how the last caller said, they don't they talk for Bumbuna, medium in 50s, I'll not be bonnet. So then people that then just a turn we want to go get small thing, talk and do. Talk and do waiting don't do. Waiting the man don't do. They go bring 35-year-old boat to them, they go holler back. Fine. But waiting at the thing they dance. We're not supposed to dance for anything where them people here do. And so I will not talk them over and over. Then people here win at the employer them. Then they fill application. Then they ask me for work. We give them the job. So no need no the way anybody go tell me say why Samurai they go all over Freetown, they go up and down. Now because you want to get work. Then why Samurai for can't give me half job, then somebody want tell me say, na for appreciate. Appreciate waiting. Waiting for appreciate. Thing when for me now they say appreciate again. When they go overseas, when they ask for the money, or when they bigger, they need to say, Papa can't give me money. They say, can't give me money for me people in Sierra Leone. Now, on behalf of we, they go big them money. When they give them loan now on behalf of we, when they give them grant now on behalf of we. So why we for appreciate mediocrity? Just like what you say, Eastern they get better light. Me now there grow up. Bombay Street, Mamioko Street, Phobia Road. Now me territory down there. People and they get blackout, not to all sides. So then they need to go and light on people. The light they can find, but we need for move away from this ship. We need for finish this Bumbuna. This Bumbuna, and it's by Chromaya and Kabal be the talk butter. This guy we cannot do anything. Maybe you not do anything with this phase 2. And not even touch ourselves. Because that this Ivory Coast thing, they all be hang pa. We then go na Kenema. Couple of months ago, you get the minister within the constituency, they act like say, now gold and diamond, I bring up for the people of Kenema. It give the minister of power, all can't just say they give all kind praise and matter. Then guy, they just tell you, who side them guy, who side them bring them fix. Then guy, like say, as soon as they join politics, now they tell the way that bacteria would eat brain, now they tell they suck na the head. If they take the better part, it puts the politics part inside it. What thing are the thing? Well, for the boy, hala, talk and do for what? What you don't do? Same thing with the past government. It give you road they want to complete. It not give you water. It not give you health facility. We system picking, we system and they die. When I cannot, a cottage, I mean, let's see how many women they go there. Me and you know, say developing country like this, if you have to go for go born, the party, then they dress you like doctor. You the help self for deliver you picking. Sierra Leone, where you woman get belay, go for go born. You dey cross your finger, whether they survive, either the woman or the picking. Then people in the glad they say, what thing I don't give me? So me, I like the light. But let nobody not throw away Lapa for anything. We need more, and we for demand more. Now they ask for job, we don't give them the job. Let them do what you give them the job for. Now that no more, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Omar. Okay, come with your last caller. Yes, soldier for righteousness. You get the platform, sir. 3 minutes.
Yeah, Triple A, thank you very much. Thank you for bringing the news all the time to we, the information. Let God bless you. Let God bless Salah Network platform. Yeah, me concern the ministers them were responsible for the electric department, water department. They actually need for sit down, let they set a plan, a long time goal. You know, I think for say too much politics they and then work what they do. Where then short sighted. You know, then therefore put the president for try forget the president's name first for saying I ain't do this. Other than then suppose forget a agenda waiting the one for do for salon, outside the one for see salon the next 5 year, the next 10 year. Other than then they try for hold some project them and close some project them because na APC benefit or na APC start or SLPP na them for do this. It is slow down progress. Then get for do the job and see how it go benefits Leone. The light way they come is good. Now good thing, let's give them credit. But at the same time, maintenance, what I see, no able for upkeep things than a salon. No get strong maintenance because look the street lights them. Boku place them na downtown as Leone. Street lights no there. You know, darkness. So the thing is not to forget new thing, but now for maintain waiting they come and how you go improve them back. You know, if they yell this for maintain, let them get a team. If a street look the way it's supposed for they and the government in responsibility, send the team there, let them go take care of that issue there. If not people that they do them, they announce for say, then go they watch and be if they hold anybody, then go punish them. You know, where they pull street lights, where they broke things them, you know. So then you forget them thing there for improve the country. But not to forget new things then they come, but we know they see the old things them, they manage them, they hold them good, then how the new thing then go sustain them where they come. You know, I see a brighter future. Then this year, I see Salon they transform, you know, and God go change Salon. Salon they transform. But are we ready to manage the transformation where they come? Are we ready? You know, I'm concerned down there mentally because we divided. Salon divided. We really know the focus on the interest of Salon. As if for saying more of politics interest. And I want to also pray for the country. Now, then, no more me go end this week. Let we pray for Salon. The more we the stress, now the more we for pray. The more we the stress out the issue where they do, now the more we for pray for the country. So let God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, soldier for righteousness.
Right.
Yeah. Now we all man of God that one day in the house. Eh? Okay. Our last caller, Andy. Just one check line, obviously, I miss person, no. Okay. All right. Salon. Abdulaziz Sissese. Look, the house, salon housemate. Inside the house, pour dim light. My brother. Try forget projects in Sierra Leone, like see they be loose. And try for insist on how you want the lighting system. May you get back and forth with electrician in a salon. Daddy God. It is yours big so now one bulb became middle. One bulb. I left that one day. Me Tripoli. I'm a sucker for lights. Me and lights. Eh? 8 and 9. But I left so no more. I left so. The kind of light where I want. Kind of light where I want. Also, the heads are not able to give me that energy. Eh? Trust me. Hey. Trust me. But seriously though, Edsa, Gasama street on Kali complain. We no say we talk on the yeriwi. Gasama street only complain. Do ya? When I respond to them. And so when we don't take the transformer. Please, whoever is responsible, would they big? Eh? Would they big? Do ya? But we electricians then self na salon, they need the help. Seriously though, they need the help. Eh? They need the help today, they need the help tomorrow. They need to follow times for evolve as times evolve. Me, the electrician will work for me every hour go salon. Hey, the pardon come back. Wait till they can do now. Because you know, say every hour go. Something has to happen. Eh? I remember the first time I go to the mini industrial stabilizer. Wake I watch. I go take one student from FBC, engineering student. Instead I get in the diagram and everything. I even go to the extent I play YouTube video for them. So this is how you got it installed. I always sit down and they go. And okay again. I'm not kidding. Eh? And okay again. God can make a meet up another electrician who be don't fix some for somebody. So he understand. Even though I even play the YouTube video for him for see how it will be installed and everything. Watch and done together, then we start the work. And it work. Where you come, you see say this pass you. I don't play the video for you. If you still afraid, me watching the video, I able to explain to you. I able to explain to you, okay, now from here to here. But if you were for doing an electrical work, you no get confidence. My dear, I won't force you. Even though I will be say don't do on some side, I still make we go through everything. We go through everything. They will see say, okay, now fine. We can get this done. And we get and done 30 days, they work fine for me. I even plan for install another one too. What you do? If my light be correct, I don't need to. Even for all that, I get 18,000 BTU. AC, the light they put on. With all that one do, still they put on. So now they don't tell me say they get waiting. Then get inverter yon. But that one day it cost 1.5 times. It cost 1.5 times more than the normal one. So that's what I'll have to go for. Waiting do because my area still don't get proper light. I don't suffer. I don't suffer. Then it's a back. But only sufferness I don't suffer, so then thief me 100,000, man. And they laugh no more. But I see your stock, I tell you. But only suffer, they suffer. But only thing they are they buy, and it's not cheap. Eh? It's not cheap. And thief me 100,000 back. Oh, na give me, and they can't see that back. I tell people and say they don't give me the money. But without that, Edsa, on a the thief. When I orange, eh? When I orange, on a the thief. On a thief me 100,000. I don't give una. Oh, charity are they run. Eh? If we want to share a network charity foundation, they go give. People they don't need that. Not to Edsa they give. Renata say for me, the worst one, most of them don't get tools. Renata, I have everything. All team I get. All kind of tool we think of I get. Eh? Bill was saying they can help me with me light problem soon. Okay. All team me I get. Eh? So we come we waiting safe. The other thing, we can go walk inside generator room. He go thief me tool. He lenta. He knock out again. Eh? And he said, people here in this 100,000. Seriously, the thiefer. Then give me money. I not give them. I not give them. Hey. All kind tool me I get because they don't have. They don't. I not get to. Even for how long, who see how me done. I still get headpan, shovel, pickaxe, you name it. If na span I get all kind. If na screwdriver I get all kind. I get saw, I get hammer, you name it some of me I get all thing. Oh, you can no I like na clap and clap for you guys. I be the work cam. I dey lent you. But for more than thief me last tool, now another left me tool careless again. I left and careless again. Eh? But me mostly we come to electrical, na heads are self I dey deal with. Na heads are self I dey deal with. And they me dey deal with. We come to that electrical because But the headsa, the tariff, una try no. Una try, yeah? We do wait for now. Una do am for we sharp, no want TD. That $4 million we World Bank give una for building substations then. Una try no. Una try. Because Watalo, una no be like it too. And una be plan for change some of the cables then. Waiting they go on. Also this now, just they sing praises, say CLSG don't can, uninterrupted, sustainable, and all this language, though we forget about that they know. So do ya? Again, me 100,000. Anytime I talk about it, I talk about that money day. Until una give me. Until una give me. I get evidence. Una not give me. When I make you pay transport back on top of the bargain, not to 110, not to 210. Then the transport will get add up. You don't run out 100,000, you don't spend 40,000, 50,000. I give up. I don't can losses pass the 100,000 why they run out. So myself, na me na the man behind the mic. Eh? My mom will say, he said the same thing in Tiffy the pan. Me I like my name first. Made pan, you get 3A para. 3A. Me shovel all get 3A para. I say the other guy, trowel. That trowel there. Now you go knock. Now generator you go make you go thief trowel. Trowel be the inside generator room. Then mechanic there. I got help with no more, yeah? Go there back tomorrow. Eh? I say go there back tomorrow.